There's this very dangerous thing that's going on in our culture right now where we're not having a strong enough or more vibrant conversation with young boys about their sexual lives. In the absence of adults having meaningful, ongoing, open and honest conversations with young people about sexual behavior, their bodies, intimacy, respecting themselves, the lack of that conversation enables a very one-sided and dangerously one-sided presentation of sexual behavior, which is the one that they have access to, which in very often case is pornography.
We know now that boys are accessing pornography at age 11, and that there's an increasing consumption of pornography from girls. And so if you think about it this way, pornography is the biggest sex educator. It is the most significant, influential sex educator that young people have today. So we have to look at what they're learning from this.
When the average 12-year-old boy puts porn into Google, he's directed immediately to the porn tube sites such as YouPorn and Pornhub. And the most accessible is actually called gonzo porn. That's the shorthand term for the violent porn that has no storyline. If you want more softcore, less violent porn, you're going to have to spend a good 10 to 15 minutes looking for it. And don't tell me that the average 12, 13-year-old boy is going to start looking for that for 10, 15 minutes. He is going to go to that which is the most accessible.
The most popular pornography, it's always around how men get satisfied. It's very, very rarely about women's pleasure. Women are there as instruments. They're simply there as tools, literally, for male pleasure.
The images they're seeing are about sexuality fused to domination, an aggressive sexuality, a sexuality that objectifies women, treats them as nothing more than objects for male pleasure.
It's not about equality or egalitarian lovemaking. It's all about doing something to her, not sharing something with her.
Said you'll do it, right? Right?
Most porn ends up with women being not only presented as the victims of violence, but often presented as the victims of violence who love it.
I want you to do anything you want.
So girls are learning to be compliant, and they're learning that what's most important is to be desirable to the boys. Not that their own sexual agency or their own sexual pleasure is important at all.